Year 1, I hope everything's going well at home. Today we're going to be carrying on looking at our maths and we're just going to start with our skill sharp. So on the screen right now is your skill sharp for today. Some of you might have been emailed a different one from me or Miss Reed. Can you just please take 5 minutes to pause this video and complete your skill sharps? Off you go. Fantastic. Okay, make sure you take a picture of your work or a video and send it into the email so we can see what you're doing with those. And let's try our fluency. So let's go through our fluency first together. So we are looking at number bonds to 10 in fact families. So first of all, we're using tens frames and counters to do this. So let's look at this one. So how many yellow counters do we have? How many yellow counters? I've got 1, 2 yellow counters. So my first part of my number bond is 2. 2 plus how many more? Some of you might know this without having to count the counters, and that's fantastic. But for those that don't, let's have a go at counting. So we've got 2 plus how many more? Plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 plus 8 more equals our whole, which is 10. We know our whole is 10 because we're doing number bonds 10, and also there are 10 counters in this tens frame. Our tens frame is full. So if 2 plus 8 more equals 10, how else could we write that? So we could, this down here, we're starting with our whole, which is 10. So we're starting with 10. 10 equals, so we could write 10 equals 2 plus 8 more. We could also write 10 equals 8 plus 2 more, and both of those would be correct. Let's have a go at our next one. Our next one is, how many yellow counters do we have in this tens frame? How many yellow counters? Well, I could count them all individually, or I know that this row is 5, so I know that is 5. This one down here makes 6, so 5, 6. 6 counters. I've already got that in my number sentence right there, so I don't need to write that one again. I've already got my 6 in my number sentence. Now I need to know how many more are in my tens frame. How many more? So I've counted my yellow ones. Now I need to count my blue ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 plus 4 more equals our whole. What is our whole? Our whole is 10 because we're doing number bonds to 10 and our tens frame is full. Fantastic. Go to look at a fact family of that number bond. So here, our equal symbol is right there. So if our equal symbol is there, we have 2 parts here, one here. This is our whole. This is not our part, this is our whole. Our whole is 10 because our tens frame is full. So we know we have 10 counters as the whole, and we are doing number bonds to 10. How can we write this fact family? 10 equals, we've already got our 6 in there, so we know that 6 is one of our parts. What is our other part? Our 6 plus 4 more. So 10 equals 4 plus 6 more, or 10 equals 6 plus 4 more, and both of those would be correct. Let's look at one more before you're going to do some on your own. How many? Here I've got a tens frame. I've got 2 different colour counters in. What is my number sentence going to be? What is my number sentence going to be? Let's have a count of my first part of my number sentence. So I know that I've got 5 counts here. 5, 6, 7. If we want to double check, we can count those individually. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The first part of my number sentence is 7. How many more from 7 do I need to make 3? How many more of 7 do I need to make 10? How many more? Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3. 7 plus 3 more equals the whole, which is 10. We know the whole is 10 because we're doing number bonds 10 and my tens frame is full. Fantastic. Let's try and write that in our fact family. Our equal symbol is here, so I know that these are my 2 parts and this is my whole. What is my whole? My whole is 10 because we're doing number bonds to 10 and my tens frame is full. What are my 2 parts? So I can write my first part is 7 plus 3 more equals 10. So 10 equals 7 plus 3. We can also write that 10 equals 3 plus 7, and that would also be correct. Okay, on my next screen, there are some for you to try your own. So pause this video, have a go at these, make sure you send in your work for us to have a look at. Fantastic, off you go. Okay, fantastic year one. Let's have a look at these for the answers. So what is my first number bond? So I know my whole is 10. My whole is already written in my number sentence. My first part is going to be, how many blue counters do I have? Well, I can see that I have a full 10 row of blue counters, so I know that is 10. Let's just double check by counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 plus how many more equals 10? 10 plus how many more? Well, how many yellow counters do I have on here? I have 0 yellow counters, so 10 plus 0 equals 10. Let's look at its fact family. So this time we're starting with the whole is 10. Our first part is 10 plus how many more? 0. So 10 equals 10 plus 0 more. We could also write 10 equals 0 plus 10, and that would also be correct. Our next one, so we've got our whole already written in our tens frame, and we are going to write in our two parts. So our first part is, how many yellow counters do we have? Our first part is 1, 2, 2, plus how many more makes 10? 2 plus how many more makes 10? Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 plus 8 more equals 10. Our fact family is starting with our whole, so our whole is 10. What is our first part? Our first part is going to be 2 plus 8 more equals 10. You could also have 10 equals 8 plus 2 more, and that would also be correct. Next one, so this time we've got one of our parts, because these are our parts and this is our whole. One of our parts is already written in. So let's have a look. So our yellow counters are 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 yellow counters and that is already written in for us. So how many more do we need to make 10? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 plus 4 more. What is our whole again? Our whole is 10. 6 plus 4 more equals 10. Let's look at its fact family. What is my whole? My whole is 10. I know this because my tens frame is full and we are doing number bonds to 10. 10 equals something plus 4 more. 10 equals something plus 4 more. 10 equals, and I can look up here to help me, or I can count my counters, 6 plus 4 more. Fantastic. Down here, so this is saying these are our two parts. This is our whole. What is our whole? Our whole is 10. Our tens frame is full, so we know our whole is 10. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow counters. I know that as well because our first row is full. So we've got 5 there. So what plus 5 more? We've also got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue counters. 5 plus 5 more equals 10. Let's look at that fact family. So this time we're going to start with our whole because these are our two parts. The whole is 10 because our tens frame is full. 10 equals 5 plus how many more? We know that 5 plus 5 more equals a whole, which is 10. Last couple, these ones are a bit trickier because we've got no parts in our number sentence to help us already. So let's have a look. What is our first part? So I know that this is 5 here. I've got 5 yellow counters, 6, 7, 8. 8 yellow counters. If you're not quite ready to count like that, you can count them individually. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 plus how many more equals 10? 8 plus how many more? 8 plus 1, 2 more equals 10. I know that my whole is 10 because my tens frame is full and we are doing number bonds to 10. Fantastic. Let's look at its fact family. My equal symbol is here. So that means I know my whole goes here because these are my two parts. So my whole is 10. 10 equals, what are my two parts? 10 equals 8 plus 2 more. Fantastic. And it could also say 10 equals 2 plus 8. And that would also be correct. Last one. How many? Let's start with my whole in my blank number line. So my whole is, I've got a full tens frame. I'm doing number bonds 10. What is my whole? My whole is 10. So now I'm looking for my two parts. My two parts are, well, how many blue counters do I have? How many blue counters do I have? I have 0 blue counters. So my first part is 0. 0 plus how many more equals 10? Well, I could know the answer to this, or I could look at my tens frame and I'm looking at my yellow counters. I know I have 10 yellow counters because my tens frame is full. I can also count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 0 plus 10 more equals 10. Fantastic. Fact family of that number bond. Start with a whole. Our whole is 10. 10 equals 0 plus 10, or we could have 10 equals 10 plus 0 more. Absolutely fantastic, year one. Okay, year one, the rest of our lesson is a practical lesson. So I might need you to pause this video and get some items around your house that you can learn with. So I have things like counters. You might not have counters in your house. I have things like pencils to do counting with. I've got some little people that I can do some counting with. And I have some scissors that I can do some counting with. You might be able to use pasta or some dried beans, anything like that. Take a few minutes with your parents to find some things to do some counting with and then come back. Okay, fantastic. So we are looking at finding what is remaining today. So carrying on from what we did yesterday, we are going to start with an amount. So first there are, let's make them all the same colour. First there are 5 counters. Then I take away 2. How many counters are left? So first there were 5, then I take away 2. How many are left? Now there are 1, 2, 3. So first there were 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I take away 2. Now there are 1, 2, 3. Fantastic. Let's have a go at some more. So let's get some more counters. This time there are, can you count with me? Are you ready? 1, 2. Oh, we're a bit fuzzy. Fantastic. Okay, so this time we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 counters. We have 7 counters to start with. So first we have 7 counters. Then I'm going to take away this many. How many have I taken away? Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3. So first there were 7 counters. Then I took away 3. How many are left? Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. So first there were 7 counters, then I took away 3. Now there are 4 left. Please, can you have a go with your items of doing that? This time I'm going to start with some cubes. So how many cubes do I have here? Let's have a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 cubes. I'm going to take away, how many have I taken away? Let's have a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So first I had 6, then I took away 5. Now, how many is left? How many is left? There is 1 left. So first there were 6, then I took away 5. Now there is 1 left. Please, can you have a go at that one with your items? Okay, this time there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 cubes. Please, can you get me 8 of your items? Now, I'm going to take away this many. So how many is that? Let's have a look. How many have I taken away? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So first I had 8, then I took away 5. Please, can you do that? Now, how many have I got left? So first I had 8, then I took away 5. Now how many have I got left? 1, 2, 3. Now there are 3 left. Fantastic. I'm going to try it with crayons this time. So first I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 crayons. First I have 10 crayons. Can you please get me 10 of your item? Next, I took away, how many have I taken away? Let's have a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So first I had 10 crayons, then I took away 5. How many crayons have I got left? First I had 10 crayons, then I took away 5. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fantastic. Let's have a go with a different amount. So first I have, how many crayons do I have here? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 crayons. Please, can you get me 7 crayons? Or 7 of your item. Fantastic. This time, I'm going to take away this many. How many crayons have I taken away? First, I had 7. Then I took away 1, 2. Please, can you take away 2 of your items? So first, I had 7. Then I took away 2. Can you have a go at saying that? First, I had 7. Then I took away 2. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crayons left. Now I have 5 crayons left. Can you make sure that yours is the same as mine? Okay, this time I have 4 children. This time I have 4 children. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 children. I'm going to take away this many children. Can you make sure you've got the same amount of your items? So start with 4 of your item. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then take 1 away. So I started with 4. Then I took 1 away. Now, how many have I got left? So first there were 4, then I took away 1. Now there are, count with me, 1, 2, 3. Can we say all of that together? So first there were 4, then I took 1 away. Now there are 3. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, I'm going to try it now with scissors. So this time, how many am I starting with? So first I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Please, can you get me 5 of your item? Let's double check. You've got 5. Count them with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fantastic. This time, I'm going to take away this many. How many have I taken away? Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3. So first I had 5, then I took away 3. Can you make sure you've taken away 3 of your item? Fantastic. Now, how many do I have left? How many do I have left? Let's have a look. 1, 2. Can you make sure you've got 2 of your item left? Fantastic. Let's say all of that sentence together. So first, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I took away 1, 2, 3. Now I have 2 left. Brilliant. Okay, year 1, I would like you to keep having a practice at taking away amount and saying that first I had, then I took away. Now there is so many left. And make sure you send us in a video of you doing this lesson so we know how amazing you're doing. Brilliant. Thanks very much, year one.